Yintoni isilanduli class?
Teaching methods in South Africa's mud schools haven't changed for decades, till now. Textbooks and stationery aren't essential learning tools anymore. And living in a rural community may no longer be a limitation to quality education. Technology is bridging the inequality gap.
We don't have computers and even cell phones, so having these tablets have made me to somehow feel superior and feel like I'm one of those students who are from the CBDs.
Emotionally, I was worried, frustrated, because I knew that I am myself as the principal computer illiterate.
It has just changed how I see the world.
The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research could revolutionize education across South Africa's 17,000 rural schools. 11 schools here in the Eastern Cape were given multimedia tablets to aid teaching. And the benefits were immediate. At Arthur Mfebi Senior Secondary School, the matric pass rate increased from 41% to 77% in just a year.
These learners, they need some visualized items for them to understand some of the concepts. So technology and tablets have come to bridge that gap.
The pace of technology has brought a constant stream of new tools to the market. Cell phones, the internet, digital cameras, Microsoft Windows, GPS navigators, Facebook and smartphones changed the world as we know it. And pioneers like Mark Shuttleworth, who became the first African in space, pulled down the barriers. Now the Shuttleworth Foundation is sponsoring robotics building workshops for children at the University of Johannesburg. The technical skills they now have go beyond building rovers that could one day explore Mars.
Once they've solved the problem of building and programming this robot, it has a profound effect in terms of building confidence.
When a mine has collapsed, no one can go in and rescue the miners, so a robot is needed to rescue the miners.
Digital technology is second nature to young people in the 21st century. At the intersection of hardware, software and content, they will find innovation. But the corporate world is often too rigid for young innovators, and mum and dad's garage just lacks the resources. This has led to the emergence of tech hubs, a space where people can turn ideas into commercialized products. Like London's Silicon Roundabout, housing 5,000 tech companies. Nairobi's iHub, with 10,000 computer whizzes. Similar structures are starting to take place in South Africa. The Shimologong precinct, Sutu for Place of New Beginnings, will be up and running by the end of the year, connecting students, corporates and government officials to a common purpose, and to set up partnerships in skills training, job creation and enterprise development.
The key idea about technical innovation in the digital world is that you have three things working together. You have skills, you have ideas, and you have business models. And you need to, in fact, have the right space for that interaction to happen.
A fraction of the precinct has already been rejuvenated, and those with a passion for PCs are pumping out up to 4 apps per week.
I'm creating an app that's using cloud-based services to access data.
This is for Kruger Park app.
This app is like an app that you can store all your passwords.
In a month I do 4 apps, which is my target.
Mostly it's the stuff that I think of maybe that help me.
They are not the only new kids on the block driving change. Global Girl Media equips trainee reporters with the skills and know-how to tell stories affecting their communities. You don't have to live in California's Silicon Valley or Braamfontein's IT precinct to be part of the technological revolution. With the World Wide Web, anyone, anywhere can help engineer devices and softwares to combat South Africa's issues and define our future. From the seaside city of Durban, 30-year-old Lynette Ntuli developed an online platform to ignite the imagination, aspirations, and the collective energy of young South Africans. But she says while young people have cell phones and devices to enable them to become active technological citizens, there is still one thing prohibiting our youth from accessing the benefits of the World Wide Web.
Cost of data in South Africa is still prohibitively high, irrespective of what level and class you exist in. And I think if we can drive the cost of that down and we can drive accessibility to data harder, faster, and into perhaps more of your peri-urban areas, the better our access and the use of technology becomes.
She says the youth still haven't scratched the surface of how technology can change their lives.
We still use it very much for economic and business benefits. We use it very much for entertainment as opposed to solving social issues.
In Athlone, Cape Town, technology is doing just that.
I was involved in drugs. I was a drug addict, involved in gangsterism.
I knew at a certain point that I needed help in my life when I took my mom and my dad hostage, and I threw a long knife out of the knife drawer, and I literally wanted to stare them through the face.
We are currently building our own businesses.
Your online reputation matters because when you go for job interviews, people usually go online and see, so what type of person are you offline, online and offline. So,
using cell phones to counsel the youth, our labs has helped 4 million underprivileged youngsters in over 30 countries.
By young people having access to information, somehow there's this whole kind of belief that, I can actually do something with my life.
Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, it goes to his head. But if you talk to him in his language, it goes to his heart. For young South Africans, social media is that language and technology is the medium. Yusuf Omar, Durban.
Know more. eNCA.com